Hey peeps, in this tutorial I'll be going over some key areas within the Wonderland.Jar Modelpack that I've decided to make in my own time to hopefully help those who may be struggling in some areas. These key areas include Retexturing Eyeless, how to use Flicker's keyframes, how to use the spawn's particles, and some extra information to help with your animations or renders. I'll be covering these in both the old and new UIs of Mine-imator, so no matter what version you're currently using, you'll still know what to do. There will be timestamps in the description below for those who need to get to a specific part within the tutorial. If you're still having trouble within the model pack, please feel free to let me know in the comments below or give me a quick message or DM on Discord so I can try my best to help you out. Let's get into this tutorial. So to retexture Eyeless in the new UI, go to Library, select the model that you want to retexture. In this case it's just Eyeless, texture, browse, and the only texture he has is Eyeless aggro, and that's how you change the texture in the new UI. And for the old UI of Mine-imator, go to Library, select the model you want, I can quickly delete that, select the model, texture, browse, and Eyeless aggro, and that's how you'll change the texture in the old UI. To use Flicker's keyframes, I have made a file called Open This, and it will spawn with a few eyes. His eyes are part of an item sheet that I've watched a video on and redrawn in Mine-imator. And if you need to continue his eye, little eye thing, which does this, and it's on repeat, select these two keyframes, paste, and then move it up by 2. And it should continue the cycle. The spawn has particle effects, but they only appear when you kill him in game. So I've decided to make them into a particle sheet in Mine-imator. So I suggest putting them on the body, and then within the particles, go to visibility, tick that off so when you make the character disappear, it won't affect the particles. And so when he basically dies, we probably do this. Nope. There we go. When he dies, he has his little particles play out, and that's how you do the particles. Once Eyeless spots you, he'll charge at you at great speeds, and then do some hefty damage in a short amount of time. Fate won't really do much, he'll just stand there watching you, but when you get too close he'll disappear. The Fate, however, won't disappear, but if you get too close to him, will charge at you and teleport you to a different dimension called the Sequence. Flicker will disappear when you get too close to him, but if you look at him the wrong way, he'll force your camera to stare at him, while also taking half a heart of damage per second to you. No one can sometimes walk up to the player, but sometimes he'll stand still. Once he turns invisible, he'll run towards the player and teleport him to a dimension called the Sequence. Someone will start walking up towards the player. Once they touch the player, they will teleport them to a dimension called the Sequence again. Sorrow doesn't do much apart from staring at you or covering his face up. When you get too close to him, he'll disappear. Though sometimes he can appear behind you or somewhere where you can't see him. The entity will start walking towards the player. Once he gets close enough, he'll start chasing the player. He'll then play some chase music while also flashing a black eyeball on the player's screen. Once he gets close enough, he does a lot of damage within a few hits. Once he kills you, he'll kick you out of the game. The entity mimicking has the exact same functions, but if you walk towards him, he'll transform into the entity. The eye will start walking towards the player slowly. Once he's at a close proximity, he'll start chasing the player a little bit faster. Once he catches up, he'll teleport the player to a dimension called Torture, which plays a creepy soundtrack, which I'll show now. The red eye will also start following the player and will start running towards them once he gets close enough. But once he gets close enough to the player, he'll turn their screen black, but will show his red eye in the center of the screen. He can walk away where the effect will wear off, but he'll just chase you again and will basically just kill you. The spawn has a staring phase. When you get too close to him, he'll disappear and play a creepy sound effect. The spawn also has a chase phase. He'll play a screaming sound effect and then give chase to the player at high speeds. Once he gets close enough, he does some hefty damage towards the player till they die. The watching will only spawn in a dimension called the Corners. It's an eyeball that will blink and stare at you. When you get close to it, it will disappear and play a creepy cave sound effect. That's it for this tutorial. Hopefully I helped you out with any problems you were having in the model pack. Again, if you're still having trouble, either leave a comment down below or give me a quick message or DM on Discord. Catch you later, peeps.